As of April 2025, a dramatic shift has occurred. On April 12th, a massive cargo ship loaded with U.S. soybeans navigating across the Pacific Ocean received an abrupt rerouting order from China's government. By the time the ship reached Singapore, it had already been diverted to Brazil, marking the start of a significant trade shift. In a matter of hours, over 2.4 million tons of U.S. soybeans were redirected, resulting in a devastating $1.1 billion in contract losses for U.S. farmers. This move wasn't just a trade dispute. This was a demonstration of China's power to pivot, affecting global markets in real time. The direct cancellation of U.S. soybean orders wasn't a random decision, but a strategic action aimed at the heart of U.S. agriculture. So why did China make such a bold move? Was it retaliation, or was there a deeper strategy at play? In 2024, China remained the largest importer of U.S. agricultural products, with soybeans representing a vital trade corridor. However, this trade route is being rapidly altered. The USDA's April 2025 soybean report revealed that U.S. soybean inventories surged by 13%, with stockpiles reaching their highest levels since 2019. Farmers in the Midwest are feeling the crunch more than ever before, facing the dual threats of market volatility and the immediate consequences of China's actions. In response, the American Soybean Association projected that this disruption could reduce U.S. farm incomes by 18% this quarter alone. A 20% tariff imposed by the Trump administration on Chinese electronics, metals, and electric vehicle components escalated the tension. China's strategic shift, the Brazil connection. While U.S. farmers suffer, Brazil has been poised to take full advantage of China's pivot. Between 2020 and 2024, Brazil expanded its soybean acreage by 21%, backed by over $11.2 billion in infrastructure investments, positioning itself as a reliable supplier. Brazil's logistics, including upgraded grain terminals and new freight corridors, have made its soybeans far more competitive in the global market. China, with its deepening ties to Brazil, is now securing its supply chain, ensuring minimal disruption to its agricultural imports. As of April 2025, Brazil can now supply up to 70% of China's annual soybean demand, a significant increase compared to previous years. In fact, Chinese investment in Brazil's agricultural infrastructure has paid off in full. Strategic procurement adjustments by China mean that Brazilian soybeans are now becoming a permanent substitute for U.S. exports. Additionally, these soybeans come with fewer restrictions on genetically modified organisms, GMOs. Despite the surge in Brazilian exports, China didn't hesitate to overpay for Brazilian soybeans, reportedly paying $14 to $22 more per ton than typical market rates. Why would China take such a short-term loss? The answer lies in control. According to Minyu, a trade analyst with China's Ministry of Commerce, these strategic moves allow China to secure long-term control over its agricultural imports, which are vital to its food security. U.S. farmers facing a dilemma. For U.S. farmers, the situation is critical. The USDA's April 2025 soybean report showed significant disruptions in soybean exports, and a 13% increase in unsold stockpiles marked the highest April inventory levels since 2019. As a result, U.S. farmers are facing financial devastation. Matt Dunn from Iowa has been vocal about the situation, stating that many farmers in the U.S. are facing bankruptcy as a result of the trade war. "Without our soybean contracts, there's no way we can survive," Dunn added. Economists are sounding alarms over the potential collapse of the U.S. agricultural sector. The Biden administration has yet to offer a comprehensive solution, leaving many questioning whether the U.S. will ever regain its footing as a major player in the global food market. The situation is particularly dire for those in rural America, where agriculture remains the backbone of the economy. The political implications are also becoming increasingly clear. As Chad Bound, a senior fellow at the Peterson Institute, stated in a CNBC interview, China's exit from U.S. agriculture could be a significant blow to Trump's base in rural farm states. Brazil's growing dominance in global agriculture. The rise of Brazil as an agricultural powerhouse hasn't been by chance. It's the result of a deliberate effort to increase its influence in global food markets. In recent years, China has heavily invested in Latin American infrastructure, including strategic ports and railways. According to Reuters' February 2025 report, China has poured over $8.3 billion into Latin American logistics, including port expansions and rail projects, making Brazil's supply chain more efficient than ever. In fact, over 64% of China's soybean imports in 2024 were funneled through logistics networks with direct Chinese involvement, solidifying China's control over global agricultural trade.
Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget like and subscribe for the latest updates on global politics.